First off, you guys are watching this. If you don't know about the hurricane, you need to be paying attention to your NOAA weather radios, local internet sources, if you have access to that, or radio stations, whatever. So let's get right into it. Now, it's going to start affecting my area over the weekend. Friday night, they're thinking that's where they're going to see some of the highest and the strongest wind gusts to be from 6 p.m. Friday until midnight Saturday morning Central Daylight Time. So we'll get to that here in just a little bit. First, I want to start with the wind advisory. And this is for Effingham, Illinois, and surrounding areas. Okay, so here's what we got. A wind advisory is in effect from 1 p.m. Friday to 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time on Saturday. I'm having a great day, Landon. How are you? What? Northeast winds 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour expected. Where? Portions of central, east central, and southeast Illinois. When? From 1 p.m. Friday to 1 a.m. Saturday, Central Daylight Time. What? Here's what's going to be expected. Impacts are expected. The following impacts are expected. Gusty winds, which will blow around unsecure objects. Tree limbs could be blown down, and a few power outages may result. For precautionary and preparedness actions, winds this strong can make traveling difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use caution when traveling. So, there is that. Now we're gonna be keeping an eye on what's going on with Hurricane Helene. Currently, we know Hurricane Helene is currently a Category 3 storm, and it is approximately 160 miles from Tampa, Florida. Now, with that said, they got hurricane warnings in effect for parts of Florida, and they also have storm surge warnings. And the purpose of the storm surge warnings is because that's where they're currently thinking is where they could see the catastrophic flooding and damage from that. So that's where we're at with that. And then while all that's going on, the areas that's not in the hurricane warning is under a tropical storm warning, which extends up to a part of South Carolina. It goes up to as far as Charleston, South Carolina, and goes right through Savannah, Georgia. So, by Thursday, 7 p.m., the storm is expected to gain more strength to become a Category 4 hurricane. Maximum wind speeds would be sustained at 130 miles per hour, with maximum wind gusts up to 160 miles per hour. Now, this is going by what AccuWeather is showing. And this will remain a Category 4 through 9 o'clock Thursday. By 7 a.m. Friday, Helene is expected to weaken and be downgraded to a tropical storm, and have maximum winds sustained at 60 miles per hour, and maximum wind gust at 70. And as it continues its track, Helene will be downgraded to a tropical depression again. And then winds will be sustained at 35 miles an hour, maximum wind gusts up to 45. By Saturday, it'll be just a tropical rainstorm. So there's definitely a lot going on. But you must also be ready for the scattered power outages as well, and prolonged. They got some widespread power outages, and they could be a prolonged thing. Now, if you have to use a generator, do it safely to have electric in your home. So, here is where we're in Effingham, where that orange is, 60 mile an hour wind gusts. And they're thinking the strongest winds could happen between 6 p.m. Friday and midnight Saturday Central Daylight Time. Impacts, Helene impacts. Here's a graphic for what for the WCIA area viewing area that shows the approximate times. The higher impacts will be felt towards Interstate 70 with less impacts towards I-55 north of US 24. Over 1 inch of rain is likely for along and south of Interstate 70. It also appears that there's a possibility to see some isolated areas which could see up to 2 inches of rain, but only a few tenths, if that. So keep that as well. And the biggest thing might be outdoor plans Friday into Friday night, with a period of isolated 60-mile-an-hour wind gust for some possible on Friday night, on Friday evening. So now I'm going to show you the radar. Right there is Hurricane Helene, and it is barreling toward Florida. And she is expected to make landfall tonight, so that's basically what's going to happen. Now, they are saying before it even reaches landfall, it is expected to gain, and it is expected to rapidly intensify yet again, but it also poses a real potential to reach the Category 4 status before reaching landfall today. Well, tonight actually is when it's supposed to reach landfall. So that's where we're at. And obviously right now, as you can see behind me, I'm doing pretty good. But as you can see behind me right now, there's no rain, sunny out, got a little bit of wind, nothing major right at the moment. And I can tell you right now, this will change come Friday. Now, I don't know how bad it's going to get in my area. Oh yeah, it's over here in the U.S. over here in Florida, and it's heading right toward Florida. And as that hurricane continues to barrel through there, visitors was told to evacuate the day before. And there's people that has chose to stay there and actually ride out the storm. Now, this is a stupid move because this is a life-threatening situation. So, oh yeah, it is bad. And they're talking it could reach Category 4 strength before Hurricane Helene actually makes landfall tonight. So, and that's what they're concerned about. And with that, we may even see some NOAA weather radio update popping on YouTube tonight. I don't know. I did one Wednesday, so there is that going on. Now, I was watching a video from NOAA's Hurricane Center on YouTube this morning, and they're talking about some areas was already starting to see some storm surge going on. And that was this morning at just after 9 o'clock. So, that's basically all we got going on. But other than that, not a lot else to discuss as far as that is concerned. But they are concerned about a few. Hello, Squiddle. They are concerned about a few. They got places to go. But there are a few. There are because we've had rain already. Oh, it's not going to get bad here. We're just going to get high winds and stuff and heavy rain. But what's going to happen here, we'll just see the rain. May even see some power outages from the high winds. Now, how would that happen? Because we've already had rain the strong winds could potentially blow trees over and cause some tree damage and knock out power. So, luckily where I'm at, oh, there's power. So right here, as you can see, there's some power lines here all along this tree line. Now, what's going to happen, because we've had rain, either them trees right there would land on the power lines right there by the railroad tracks, or these guys right here would. Because we've had rain already. And there's a possibility that trees could get blown over. Now, like I said, some of the areas are still saturated from yesterday. And this is what we're looking at. Possible tree damage and scattered power outages through this area. So that is our biggest concern right now, guys. I mean, so there's that. Now, we'll just have to keep you guys up to date. Now, I'm not home, so I wouldn't say that it wouldn't affect any, I wouldn't say it would affect my live streams, but if a tree lands on a trailer and smashes my claw machine, then there's going to be a problem. So, yeah, that's basically what we got going on. So, I'll definitely keep an eye out. And as soon as any updates become available, I will jump back on here and pass that along here and on my Facebook. So with that said, guys, stay tuned for the updates. I'll see you soon. And before I go, I just want to remind you guys that Jesus loves you.